the moisture control system, or total control as some people call it. Why would we use it? Well, it definitely enhances the time that you can play your pipes, keeps them steady, and therefore it gives you that extra confidence to know that you can play and you've got that reliability. Certainly used by many top players and by many pipe bands. Because of that exact reason, they know that they've got the confidence that the pipes are going to stay steady and not need all the tuning and change and go out of tune. How does it function? Well, when you blow up your pipes, you're blowing at 95, 96 degrees. The hot air goes into the bag, circulates, then goes up. When it hits the drone reeds, it condenses, cools down, and you get moisture. Then it goes up through the drones, and particularly if it's a cold, damp day, you get more moisture as the hot air condenses against the cold wood and the water runs down. This all runs into the drone reeds and it changes the tone. By blowing through here, this actually is a heat exchanger, and by blowing through it takes out the hot air and it makes it cold air, dry, and comes out the other end as totally cold air. That cold, dry air goes up the drones and you don't get any condensation. You would expect to get at least an hour out of this on a damp day and a longer. It will perform at that rate providing you dry it out when you finish playing, i.e. take it out, put it near a heat source and look after it. So this is a heat exchanger, takes the hot air out. The gels, which I have changed recently to granules, last a lot longer than the previous ones and should enhance the playing time anything from an hour to 2 hours. Now, if you're playing a synthetic setup, you can also have drone valves. This system comes with a drone valve inserted in there. You can take the drone system valve out if you don't want it, if you're not playing in a band or you don't need it, or you can put the drone valve in. If people are playing the synthetic reeds and synthetic bags, you will find it quite difficult maybe to strike pipes in sometimes, so the drone valve can regulate the airflow and make it easy to strike in, i.e. you can blow the bag up, just punt it in, when you take the pressure off the bag it cuts out, you don't get the tailing drones. A good drone valve will also regulate the airflow. Now some people say that this changes the tonal quality of the drones. Of course it does, because it will restrict the air slightly, but you can compensate that by opening up the bridles or just have the drone slightly quieter. It's totally up to yourself, but it depends how much pressure you put by screwing down the valve and how much air you let in. Now I noticed through the elasticated drone valves that when you had poor blowers, it was emphasizing the bad blowing. In other words, bringing out as the elastic pulled back, it made the drones quieter, and as they blew harder, and it accentuated and made the bad blowing worse. So I changed it to a screw, which actually only allows so much air through even with poor blowing, so it helps poor blowers. And if you have a long screwdriver, you can adjust this from down the stock without having to take the whole system out all the time. So it's easy to adjust, screw adjustment, nice and easy, and it's also versatile, as I said, because you can either have the valve without the valve, or just play the valve, or then you can put the moisture system onto it. There's also a chanter moisture control system if you want the total control, which some of the pipe bands want. This goes into your chanter stock, comes back, lies in the bag. You put the gels in. If you fill this up with gels, your chanter reed will probably dry out. It's that efficient. So you only need it about half filled with gels. That will keep your stop your chanter reed drying out too much and will keep you nice and steady for a good hour or so.